Coming up on today's show,
we find out how a takeaway is tackling a racial divide in Manchester.
Are you a fan of Asian artwork? We have the full picture later on in the show.
And Bez is with us to answer those all-important UKIP questions.
Welcome to Quays TV News. I'm Siobhan Maguire.
And I'm Bradley Harris. We start today with pictures emerging of two cars torched in an arson attack in Manchester city centre. Another car exploded in the attack at the NCP car park on Chilton Street.
Firefighters have now tackled the blaze and have said that nobody was seriously injured. Police are investigating.
Now, with the ongoing tensions in Gaza, a Muslim-Jewish divide is starting to emerge inside some areas of Manchester. Our reporter Amber Hack went to Cheetham Hill to see how one takeaway is tackling the issue.
Cheetham Hill has been crowned Britain's most diverse area. And despite having a visible Muslim and Jewish divide in areas, Tom Takeaway is defying racial stereotypes with a staff base of different religions. But with recent foreign affairs and the debates on immigration in the news, what is it really like to be the only Muslim worker in a Jewish kosher takeaway?
Positive, especially like, the way you're saying, okay, yeah, some people, they take it as a negativity anyway, like, oh, you Muslim and you're working for Jewish. But in this country, there's no race, no religion, it's one country anyway, English, British. If I tell you in Cheetham Hill, in a radius of 2 miles, there's about 80 different languages speaking people in this area, in 2 mile radius. Maybe different 70, 80 countries, different people, it's me like here and anyway. So I love to live in Manchester, very nice, friendly people.
Police reported a rise in anti-Semitism and Islamophobia in Manchester following the Israel and Palestine conflict, but Tom's staff are determined to lose these divides.
Religion is not up to the community or this is your personal thing. It's nothing to do with another person, and every single religion which I know myself, if it's Islam, if it's...
You did.
I will.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, but that package will be available later on our website. The late Maya Angelou has been the inspiration for workshops at Manchester Central Library this week as part of Black History Month. As a poet and award-winning author, she's still inspiring black women all over the world today. 27 years after the first celebration, Black History Month aims to educate and inspire, and with the work of women like Maya Angelou, her legacy can continue.
I think that she was a brilliant advocate for black women and black children in particular, and I think that she's inspirational in that she's somebody to aspire to be like. You know, she was a figure that said, you can do this. At all opposition, you can actually come up against things like racism and prejudice, and you can say, this is who.
Apologise for that there. You can see the full pictures online at quaysnews.net. Now, Asia Triennial Manchester is underway, featuring the work of 50 full artists from 12 different countries.
It's a festival to challenge perceptions about Asia and its ongoing conflicts. India Greenhalgh has been to the main hub, based at the Imperial War Museum North.
Cardboard boxes are stacked high in the airshed at the Imperial War Museum North. The piece is reminiscent of ordinary villages or refugee camps damaged by conflict. Created by Palestinian artist Bashir Makhoul, Asia Triennial Manchester showcases the works of artists who are challenging different political mindsets in Asia. Al-Noor Mitha, artistic director of ATM, believes it is important to give these artists a platform to showcase their work.
It's really about the 21st century and what we're witnessing today. I mean, we're literally at war with a number of countries, and so if you look at the human psyche, you know, human beings are capable of killing each other, but also they're capable of, you know, being extremely compassionate to each other, and we have some extraordinary stories. And I wanted artists from the globe to really tell their particular narrative in the context of what does conflict and compassion mean to them.
ATM's 2014 theme of conflict and compassion makes IWM the main hub of the festival, with the work sat alongside the museum's original collections from world wars. As well as an exhibit in the IWM, the festival takes place around various locations in Greater Manchester, running until the 23rd of November. India Greenhalgh, Quays TV News.
Now, Siobhan, it's that time of year again.
Oh, no, it's not.
Yes, Siobhan, it is. Panto is back. Our very own Widow Twanky, Kate Troy, went to see what's in store at the Palace Theatre this Christmas.
It's that time of the year again, and here at Manchester Opera House, the pantomime season is well underway. This year's production is the classic fairy tale of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, featuring Hollywood stars Warwick Davis and Priscilla Presley. The curtains are still closed with regards to further information on this season's most spectacular show, so join us next week as we take a bite out of the apple and all will be revealed. This is Kate Troy, Quays TV News.
OK, Bradley, not sure if you remember the singer George Michael from the 1980s, do you?
Actually, I do, Siobhan, because he used to wake me up before I used to go. Do you get it?
Oh, God, yeah, I do get it. Well, I gave him my heart, but the very next day he gave it away, so what can you do?
I'm liking that one. Very good, very good.
But before we break into sound, Bradley, let's see the top George Michael tribute artist, Rob Lamberti, when he performed in Manchester recently, and Carly Foster got to go and speak with him.
Let's see it.
Rob Lamberti, a familiar face to the king of 80s pop, George Michael. But not only does Lamberti look like George, he sings and sounds just like him.
1, 2, 3, go! Hey, just too funky for me.
In recent weeks, Rob has performed at Greater Manchester Police Social Club.
Manchester's going back to the 1980s with the winner of The Stars in Their Eyes, 1994, Rob Lamberti, performing as George Michael. I hope there's no middle-aged women over here because it's going to get wild.
Laying down at the kitchen table, baby. We did it all. Let's go outside.
And to become the #1 George Michael tribute act takes a lot of research.
I just try to be as close to the original as much as I possibly can, as in looks, as in voice.
Turn a different corner and you never would have me.
movement and actions, you know.
If you're gonna do it right, so good,
He's really good and he's really like George, so when I saw the picture I thought he was George Michael.
Absolutely amazing.
It's as good as George Michael.
The rising star really shows that to see and hear is to believe. Carly Foster reporting for Quays TV News.
Now, we have our political correspondent Jamie Mackerel with us now in the studio. A bit of a gear change, because you've actually been to see Bez this week.
Yeah, well, Bez came in to talk to us. He was talking about UKIP. UKIP are on a bit of a bounce at the moment. They won the Clacton by-election. They've also been invited to one of 4 leader debates, which will substantially boost their profile in the run-up to the general election. But Bez revealed some plans himself that he has for UKIP, as I think we're going to see now here.
So,
we are actually standing against Farage in his hometown in Ramsgate to stand up against the reality party is standing against you in your town, and we are going to prove your nonsense to be nonsense and expose you as the fraud you are. So I look forward to a debate with the reality party against Farage in his own town, and I look forward to that debate. So I won't give too much away on right now about some of the things I'm going to be bringing up to him. But of course, he says he wants out of Europe, right? Well, yeah, he don't say what his position is on TTIP. He will not be drawn into TTIP. He will not say he is a representative of the bankers and corporates, and what he is doing is trying to make fascism as the new conservatism.
Okay, so Jamie, how have the other parties been reacting to UKIP?
Well, I tell you, Siobhan, they're up in arms. The Greens are absolutely, they're really annoyed. They think that they should have a platform on the leader debates as well as the SNP do. Both those parties are thinking about taking the BBC to court over the whole thing.
Oh, right.
Because they believe that they beat the Lib Dems in the European elections. That demonstrated why they should be there. They've got an MP as well.
Yeah.
The SNP obviously have MPs too. So there are a lot of different anomalies and things that need to be ironed out in terms of BBC editorial policies, who goes on these leader debates.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Jamie, for that. Unfortunately, that's all we've got time for. Now it's over to Lewis with the Salford FC. They're on a winning run at the moment, aren't they?
Absolutely, Brad. Another win on Tuesday night to return to the top of the league against Brighouse Town. The game was marred by a nasty injury to goalkeeper Jay Lynch early into the second half. Lynch faces months out now with a broken forearm and a dislocated elbow. He had a plate installed on Wednesday and his arm is now in plaster. A penalty from top scorer Gareth Seddon and this goal from Dale Johnson secured the 3 points for the home side. Now, just over the River Irwell, the university sports season started yesterday, and Salford Uni Rugby League opened the season with a resounding 54-10 win over Lancaster. Salford were dominant from the start. Brad Turner opened the scoring, which was quickly added to, with tries from Marshall and Robinson. Halfback Ryan Robertson then turned defence straight into attack by intercepting on the goal line and racing away for the try. Salford ended rampant in the first half as Turner crossed again for his second of the game. Salford's forwards came out with the same aggression after the restart, and it wasn't long before they crossed again through Robinson. Lancaster came back into the game with 2 tries of their own from close range. However, Salford's physicality proved to be far too much for the visitors as they ran in further tries through Warne, Pratt and a second through Ravenscroft and McCool. The victory was built on a powerful forward pack and a hard defensive line and was a superb start to the season for the varsity champions. However, head coach Alex Davidson says there is room for improvement. And finally, we'd like to wish Manchester City ladies the best of luck tonight as they aim for their first ever piece of silverware, taking on Arsenal in the Intercontinental Cup final. Back to you, Brad.
Thank you, Lewis. Now, finally, if you're a bit of a foodie, you'll love our next piece. What started as a pop-up food event across Manchester has now turned into a regular occurrence in Ancoats, with different food vendors every week. Combined with good music and a hippie vibe, it's sure to be a winning recipe. Marit Shep has more.
Situated on Blossom Street, just 8 minutes from Piccadilly Gardens, is a food lover's haven. Small business food traders, unhappy with disorganised events and lack of opportunities for micro-businesses, have created Gorilla Eats to show off their delicious new food ideas.
About 2 years ago, myself and Sean and Scott, who also run Gorilla Eats with me, we were both doing street food trading around the city, just small bars, little markets, and we kind of wanted to build more of a platform to promote street food and give other traders an opportunity to trade somewhere that was focused around street food traders.
This is a family-friendly event that brings together modern music, a chilled-out bohemian vibe, and finger-licking tasty food. However, it's not just fun and games. Gorilla Eats also opens up many different opportunities for street food businesses that have struggled to reach the public in the past.
It's about generally raising the profile of these street food traders, because a lot of what they're doing is very innovative, and it's stuff that, you know, is gradually leaking into restaurants, but it happens a lot quicker here because these businesses can change and adapt more quickly.
As you can see, this isn't some big, flashy corporate event with celebrity chefs. It's just a bunch of good people coming together to bring you fantastic tasting food. So if your taste buds fancy a tickle, then come on down between 5 and 12 every Saturday. I think it's about time I get stuck in.
Marette Shep reporting for Quays News.
Okay, and now it's over to the weather with Lois.
Hi there. Thank you very much, Siobhan. Temperatures are getting warmer, but the rain is set to continue, unfortunately, into the weekend. This afternoon, the cloud will continue into the evening with some intermittent showers. Temperatures will be around 13 to 15 degrees. Friday will stay cloudy most of the day, but heavy rain is expected for a short time in the evening. Temperatures are getting warmer with highs of 17 degrees due to a low pressure system driving air in from the south. The weekend looks to contain heavy rain throughout, with temperatures expected to reach 18 degrees. Winds will pick up. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lois. And that's all we've got time for here at Quays News. Remember, you can check our website at quaysnews.net. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Goodbye.